What's up, you guys? It's your boy Miguel here to give you your daily dose of radiation. In today's video, we are covering how working in the emergency room as an X-ray tech changes your views on the regular people, as I like to call them, the NPCs, people of the world. So to give you context, I'm an I-shift X-ray tech. Been doing it for over 4 years in the great state of Texas. So, as many people know, I refer to the NPCs, regular folks, people who are outside of the scope of medicine that you have to talk a little bit different to. So, a lot of the times, and once again, this will be a forever conversation. It will happen to you regardless of where you work at in this great field of radiology, especially in the emergency room. You and me, or future medical worker, you would think, oh, Miguel, emergency room, that means life or death. That means you feel something went wrong. I hope to God you're probably never at the emergency room, or if something really happens, you go, right? The problem is most people end up showing up at my job, especially at night, because everything's closed and that's the only thing that's open. Majority of the times. Other times it's homeless people who come in, and at the county hospital where I work at, we can't say no to nobody. So they all show up there. Insurance, no insurance, homeless, whatever your case is. It may be a quick visit, depending on if you're homeless or you're one of those freaking flyers. But once again, we can't say no. But anyways, what will happen is people will come, they show up to your job, they'll say this, that going on. And it's not even me. There'll be doctors, there'll be nurses, and they'll just be there. And sometimes, if it's a slow night, ain't nothing much going on, it's like, okay, whatever. But they'll still be like, thinking, like, you could have went to urgent care. You could have went to your primary care provider for some of these problems that happen. Not happening today, didn't happen yesterday, didn't happen a week, but months, for years. And they show up at your job 2 a.m. or whenever it's full, complaining it hurts. And then you'll ask the basic assessment, oh, it's been hurting for 5 years. And then they're like, I just thought today I would show up and get it checked out. And I'm like, you're just like, okay, whatever, sir. We're here to do your x-rays. And those are the easier patients, right? Other patients will sit there, complain, give you a bunch of stuff. When it's full, like the hospital will be full, packed. And they'll be mad at you because you took long to get their x-ray, even though the x-ray order might have just came in 5-10 minutes ago, but the patient's been there for 3 hours. So the doctor will, once again, will kind of make us look bad because they'll like see the patient. Even sometimes the doctor will see the patient and they'll be really busy and they'll forget to order stuff until the patient starts bugging them, or they have to do the rounds again. Or other times they'll put in the orders late. So sometimes it's their fault, sometimes they're just really busy like everyone else. Other times the patient won't be seen by the provider in the emergency room for like 30-40 minutes, and then by the time they ordered it or get around, it's already an hour plus and they're waiting, and you'll get chewed out too, even though it's not really your fault. Or other times there will be people and it will be full, like I'm talking about full, like easily 30-50 people in the waiting room, and like the whole emergency room is full, no beds, no nothing, packed to the brim. And then people, you'll just be shuttle them like in and out, bringing them back to the x-ray room because you can't shoot them anywhere. And people will start complaining, but we'll sit there and complain. You get cussed at, you get yelled at. I've heard so many things. Or other times people will be there. As soon as you bring them back, they'll start asking you for stuff. And you're like, sir, I just do your X-ray. I can't help you in that. And they're like, the nurse ain't doing nothing for me. And I'm like, sir, I don't know if you've seen, we're like really, really busy. And then they'll start cussing and yelling and be like, I don't care. It's like I get it that they're hurt and they're in pain and they're going through whatever situation they're going through. Cool. But then it's like, there's other people that will be basically like lower tier emergency, almost urgent care PCP level. And then there's like the other people who come in that are like trauma 1, trauma 2, that are literally dying and all the attention goes to them. And it's all like the lower tier people. Sometimes it's even the big, like the high level tier people who come into the hospital will be causing chaos too. Especially like if they're supposed to be NPO because like something broke in surgery, that's a big one too. Everyone who goes to the emergency room and breaks some shit, mad thirsty. I'm not sure if it's the medicine, I'm not sure what it is, but everyone wants to drink, wants to eat as soon as they go NPO. I've seen it. You get told so many times. There's signs everywhere. Especially if you shoot the X-ray and that's broken, you know for a fact, as soon as, like, depending how level it's broken, they may go to surgery for sure. No snacks, no nothing. Like, they're gonna be out for a while. It's the same thing. People start asking you for stuff, and you got to give them the same little spiel, even though they've been told multiple times by several people that they can't have like food, they can't have whatever they want, right? That will happen so many times. Let's see what else we got for you. Or just in our department alone, the amount of times people will ask you if they can see the X-ray, if they can take pictures of it, or, oh, the last patient, the last X-ray tech let me do this, do that. You'll get those kind of people over so many times, even though everyone who's in our field knows for a fact that you're not supposed to do that. Now, kids, yeah, they'll look at it and it's like, cool, whatever. Maybe you inspired the kid to be a future X-ray tech, you know. It's like, this kid's no harm. But then the older people will cause a bunch of problems too. In this field of medicine, you'll see people with the same problem, right? Someone will come in with a broken leg. And you'll have, like, I put them in like 3 to 4 little categories of the NPCs. They'll be the people who are so thankful that you're helping them. They'll like thank you for it. They may yell because they're in pain and you're like, it's cool. Your femur's shattered. I would be cussing too. Like, it's cool, whatever. And then there's the other people who you'll shoot their X-ray, do whatever, but they won't say anything, but they won't cause no problems. They're just getting help, getting stuff done. And then there's the other side where the people who cuss and complain. And then there's the people who, while they're there, these poor nurses get dragged into the situation of it's not a hotel room, and they'll start asking for a bunch of stuff even though they're swamped. Or even us, I've been caught running with my portable machine to the trauma room, stopped by many people asking for stuff that like maybe a blanket, maybe for snacks, for chips. And then I'm like, ma'am, we can find your nurse. I don't know if you can have some, but I gotta go save some people. Like, I've seen it all, at this point. And you'll see other times you'll see people, and they'll be in my department they'll be like stealing gloves, taking other stuff, and like while you go back to like edit images, you'll be hearing stuff and you'll peek. And I've seen people take gloves, take wipes, take a bunch of stuff, and I'm like, yo, what you doing? Like why? Well, why? And they're like, well, I'm paying for this. And then I'm like, yeah, you're paying for these X-rays, but all this other stuff, I'm like, yeah, it's a headache. You would expect people to come and just get the help they need, and just it would be. It almost feels like when I would work back in like the fast food industry, and you would deal with customers, and in the same way. There's the bad customers, there's the good customers. And here, where people are educated doctors, people who are, higher level in their career, you get treated, these regular people don't give a about none of that. Some of those people are very mean. And throughout your career, if you don't meet none, I hope you don't. But you will meet one. You'll meet several throughout your career that you'll just remember, especially if they come back a lot. You will remember vividly about them, even though you try to treat everyone the same way, the utmost respect, but there's certain people that come in that cause problems. And even if they caused problem last time, you always give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it's the med, maybe it's whatever. Sometimes stuff goes differently. Sometimes you go in and it's the same thing over again, and you're just trying to take your little X-ray and get out of there. And that's mainly why I didn't become a nurse, because the poor nurses get dragged all the time into a bunch of stuff of helping the patients, of doing all these extra stuff for these people. And I see it in their faces, the headaches, it can go very bad as far as like how these people are, which kind of makes you a little bit join, as I call it, the corruption, where you just kind of become like, you at first you had like hope for society, and then people come in doing dumb stuff and getting hurt. And sometimes you're like, bro, just stay home. Can you just stay home and just like not do all these other stuff? Can people just like right now, let me see. Right now we got 2 EMSs. It's pretty chill. This is my first day heading back to the work. It's not that bad. The waiting room from here, it don't look too bad. I've noticed the chaos happen more on the weekends when people are out doing stuff. Maybe that's mainly why I don't go and enjoy life as much as other people, because of the stuff you see people do and getting hurt, and you're like, I'd rather not. And you see it all the time. People getting hurt, coming, and once again, at the end of the day, it's your problem. You gotta help them with their ankle, foot, whatever it's hurt. And it's up to us, to give them the little daily dose, regardless of, unless they say no, But yeah, it can get very chaotic at times with these people. And that's why, once again, these NPCs, as I always say it, regardless if you work in a big city, small city, my city's like maybe 80, 90,000, not too big. The stuff you see, the people, the way they behave, will never cease to amaze me. As always, I hope you enjoyed this beautiful world of radiology. You'll see many things, you'll learn many things. But at the end of the day, all you can do is press your little button and keep it moving. We'll see you in the next one.